Hello. I know I said F-16 Fighting Falcon was the next game on the list. I played it for about 5 minutes, and then I realized, after looking up what was going on, that the game requires 2 control pads. Which is pretty, that's pretty ambitious, but I don't have a setup that allows for that. So instead, we're just skipping right over F-16 Fighting Falcon, and we're gonna play TransBot instead. TransBot, published and developed by Sega, as you may expect here. A nice, glorious game that we can play with a single control pad. What a concept. So, what's the deal with TransBot? I don't know. It's a shmup, as you can tell very plainly. You shoot things that come towards you, as you may expect. Ooh. Hey, look at that. And it's got a power-up system. Beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted. It's all anybody can ask for in a shoot-'em-up, you know? Does not last forever, though. E. Ooh. E is looking pretty good. Okay, so it's not timed. It is based on how often you shoot. So you are better off not shooting when there's nothing to shoot. Rare for a shmup, you know. Okay, D is a nice piercing shot. I see. Now, obviously, this is not our first shmup. One could make the argument that Shoplifter was a shmup. Whoops. But I'd call that, you know, more of an action arcade game. Fantasy Zone was definitely a shmup, but a very unique one. Oh, we have a power bar, which means we can take multiple hits. That's actually nice. This armament here, D, it's not my favorite. You know, it's a nice piercing shot, so you can get through a lot of enemies in a row. But the enemies tend to be more vertically lined up than horizontally. Oh, no, so of course we get D again. We're just gonna keep landing on this one forever. Oh, well, we ran into the truck, which appears to have been okay. We didn't get a power-up out of it, but it didn't damage us or anything. Actually, it looks like that may have even given us more power, which is unique. Let's see, yeah, D doesn't really work against these ball things very well. Okay, well, I don't know if that was the full end of the level or anything. There was very little fanfare, or if this game works in, you know, multi-stage levels, which is probably more likely. There we go. E is what it's all about. You get a lot done with gun E, presumably. Oh no, we got hit. Whatever will we do now? Apparently, though, gun F would have been nice for this section. We got a lot of guys coming from behind us. Oh no. Okay. First game over. Gun E was not all that in that section. Made our hitbox a little bit bigger, I think, which, you know, makes it harder to dodge, as you may suspect. Well, okay, that thing just wasn't going to die, apparently. That's lovely. So, we'll go right back to using E again, you know, despite what we've learned about it maybe not being the best for this portion of the game. You know, it's an old school shmup, which means it's probably going to take us a little bit of time to get properly acquainted with everything that the game has to offer. Because we're going to keep dying. I have not really heard people talk about TransBot much. Which, again, what's new? It's the Sega Master System. People don't talk about the Master System. Ouch. I gotta say, there's not a lot of great feedback to when you actually get hit. There's like a little bit of a sound effect, but it's not a dire enough sound effect. Like, typically, when you get hit by something in a shmup, you want there to be a big old sound to be like, oh, you messed up, man. Out. Alright, well, The end. We beat the game. There are a lot of power-ups we haven't seen anything about yet. I don't know what B does. I don't know what C does. Yeah, look at that. Okay, that's what B does. Seems pretty similar to A, honestly. It's just a slightly larger shot, so it's a little bit easier to hit things. Well, we know what D does. I'm not a big fan of D, to be honest. But I prefer a more rapid-fire approach, personally. And if we just make contact with it... Well, okay, that did not... I thought that if you just hit the truck, then it adds to your power. Like, you forego a power-up in exchange for some life, but I must have made that up in a fugue state. C! Alright! It's literally just a giant wall. I'm down with that, you know? I can go for a big old wall. Oh no! We have regressed back to A. That's the thing that can happen. I mean, you know, one could argue that A is like old reliable, but oh man, got right back into A again. But we did get a power upgrade that time, or a power recovery. I'm not quite sure the mechanics. It's okay. Okay, it looks like those shoot when you shoot them, so if you just ignore those, you'll be fine. Don't ignore them though, and well, you're just creating a world of hurt for yourself. So maybe not the greatest option. Call me crazy. Back to D. A and D, you know, it seems to just kind of gravitate towards those. Ah, man. Yeah, please give me something else. E again? Okay. I'm okay with E. I don't think it's as good as C. The giant wall of death appears to be, you know, one of the best things ever. But it's a classic spreader. We died. Oh well. Don't get too hung up on it, you know. Death comes for us all, especially in classic shmups. Ooh, we took like 2 very rapid hits right there, and then another hit from that guy. What are you doing, TransBot? I assume that you know, the trans means transforming bot because you do transform, but I can't help but kind of giggle at the notion of TransBot saying trans rights. Yeah. Don't shoot those. You've learned. Clearly you haven't learned because you just shot it anyway. What do you got for me now? See? Beautiful. I see good things in my future. You're free to unsubscribe for that one right there, you know. That's the end. Back on A though. Ah, yay. I feel like this stage is way longer than it was the first time I played it. Because the first time I didn't die at all in it. And that's, you know, potentially throwing a wrench in all my plans. That's an extra life right there. You know, the classic 40,000 points. Who doesn't set an extra life at 40,000 points? Actually, I think that's exactly where Teddy Boy put its extra lives too. Maybe it's just a Sega thing. Yeah, bring me back to F-World, boy, and then watch me die. Kill me slowly, brother. Yeah, I think the dying is why we're not progressing here. Like, this level's taking forever for some reason. Which is kind of brutal, because that means that the deaths set you back to what must be a checkpoint, instead of just, you know, letting you continue where you left off, like many shmups do. At least I think a lot of them do. Maybe I'm just kind of making that up in my head. Is there a G that I haven't seen? I could have sworn that there was a G power-up that I hovered over very briefly. Oh my gosh. 52,000 points and didn't even make it to level 2. That's foul, man. Looks like this was known in Japan as Astro Flash, which, you know, is a very, very evocative name that tells you exactly what to expect. I wanted the G. Just because I haven't seen it. You know, I need to have the things that I have not had in the past, you know. Ah, A, but not G. So close. Unless G is what powers you up again, and then it just sets you back to A. I don't know. It's possible, I guess. Yes. Okay. That's what G is. G is a power refill. Okay. As I for sure hit it that time. Interesting. Can we, like, go to the next level? Nope. Still more things to experience here, I guess. I shouldn't have picked F. F kind of sucks, because here yeah, you can hit stuff behind you, but really, you just have a larger hitbox and a not very good primary weapon. It's a kind of a bad upgrade, to be honest. Or at least I think it is. It doesn't vibe with me particularly well. So let's just get it again, right? At least we haven't died yet. I know, I should watch my tongue. Sure, we'll roll with B for a little bit. There's worse upgrades to have, I'm sure. Come on now. You know, I'm surprised never got a video game, at least I don't think it ever did. War games. Yeah, that one about the hackers. Oh, no, not D. I don't... Maybe it did get a game for, like, the Amstrad or something like that, or the ZX Spectrum, who knows. But I don't recall ever hearing about a War Games video game, which, you know, I don't know what you could possibly do to make a gripping War Games video game, but clearly the video game industry back in the 80s didn't really care, and they would try for anything that might flip a quick buck. So that's more why I'm amazed that it never happened. Like, I don't think it would lend itself to video game format well, but most developers didn't care what would actually work and what wouldn't. They're just like, we can probably make something out of this. I mean, heck, look at how many different versions of Home Alone did we get? When really all they had to do was make the game Trapped before Trapped. Here's a game people don't talk about enough, they don't give enough credit to. Is there like something I have to do to manually force the end of the level? Didn't mean to get that. Because I sincerely feel like this is, you know, kind of looping more than it should. B's fine. We'll roll with B. Oh my god, what is going on here? It's an extra life. I like it. That's a D power-up. I don't like it. Like, I'm seeing the ground change and I'm like, please, signify the end of the level. Oh. Finally, a death. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I'm not missing something here. Give me just 1 moment. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think it's just legitimately kind of a erratic game. Yeah, E's fine. Why? Why do you always bring me back here? You aren't my best friend, D. Oh boy. Back to A. I mean, you know, I guess at least you can fire faster than with D. Oh, wow. The spikes doing their absolute best to body me. Working in conjunction with the green orbs. I tried to do G for some more health. Didn't work out. Tell the other TransBots I love them. It was a pleasure to have served with them. Ah! Attempted to get G, just got A again. Shitty, man. I just don't know why I've only gotten level 2 once. Oh, come on now. It seems to be a very minimalistic game. Oh, what? Did you see how many stuff came in there? How many stuff? How much stuff came through there to just eradicate me and tell me that nothing's okay? Oh my god. 65,000 points and not a single instance of level 2. You gotta be joking me, man. It's no Gradius. I'll tell you that much. Heck, it's not even a Xanac. It's just like the game that had to come out because they needed more games. Alright, destroyed the upgrade truck. Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking to do. Remember, this is a pre-Sonic the Hedgehog Sega. It's a pre-Golden Axe Sega. A pre-Total War Sega. Okay, we're gonna gamble a little bit here. Shoot. I tried to refill my ammunition with G because I looked it up, and that is in fact what G does. It just refills everything you have. But I landed on A, so that's, you know, it's a little bit of a gamble. Well, oh boy, now I refilled when I had nothing to refill. Okay, we got hit, just narrowly. Narrowly, barely, whichever word you want to use. They're both words. They both function. Believe it or not. Oh boy. Type F. My favorite, right next to Type D. You could maybe just say, oh, you're just not using it properly. And I'd say, well, it's probably not wrong, man. There we go. Got some life back. You can destroy them. I think that's what you have to do. No, it destroyed me, though. Oh, I couldn't fire fast enough. My poor thumb can only mash so fast. I don't have a turbo button set up for the Master System emulator. Because it's a Genesis emulator. I don't have enough buttons to dedicate to everything. I think that's what you have to do, though. If the quick thing that I looked up... Yes, I looked something up. I know. Horror of unspeakable horrors. I think it said that you gotta make it past the crosses. And if by making past it meant annihilate them, then I think that's what it takes. He's fine. F ain't as fine, but, well, we'll take what the game deals us. Oh my. Yet again. Gosh! Like, I literally can't fire fast enough to destroy it unless I have the proper upgrade. Which really just kind of makes it feel like there's a lot of luck involved. Yeah, refill me with your sweet wall of death. Why even risk it? Because I'm a bad, bad man. And I've proven it by getting a vastly inferior... vastly inferior power-up twice over. Oh, yeah. Just doink me on the nose with your missiles. Very cute. You know, TransBot, you're not much of a game. You are a game. You are a shoot 'em up. You serve your purpose generally. It's just you know, you don't feel as fully featured. Well, there we go. We got completely annihilated. The fact that you don't get any iframes when you get hit kind of sucks a little bit too. Like if everything just decides to dunk you at once, that's it. You're done. There we go. Means very little, admittedly. You know, it's all ceremony. E's fine. I can deal with some E in my life. There we go. We successfully refilled without, you know, accidentally selecting weapon A. Why even give the option to select weapon A? For some risk-reward in your power-up system? It seems goofy. Yeah, getting better at it. You just gotta, you know, focus more on the HUD than you do on the game, which is the scary part. See? Like right there, botched it a little bit. And now I'm back to public enemy number 1. E's fine. I'm fine with E. I was going for C, so, you know, wound up a whole 2 letters off. I know. Yeah! Proper refill yet again. Why? Why does nothing destroy fast enough? Do I need weapon type D just to get past those things and progress to the next level? Because that seems it seems like a load of barnacles, if you're asking me. The fact that I've only seen level 2 once and it seemed to have been by sheer dumb luck, boy, feels real bad, man. So, can I just, like, avoid all things now and wait until I come across a cross? This is now a game of dodgeball, you see. You don't even gotta dodge, you know? You can just stay in one spot. Oh, nope. That's not a viable outcome, actually. Don't do what I just did. I just wanted to preserve my D power-up, you know? I thought maybe that's the only thing that can crack through those intense crosses. Some of those that shoot boxes are the same that shoot crosses. I don't know, man. Come on, boy. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Got a power refill and then immediately took 2 more hits, basically, you know, setting me back to step 1. Okay. Okay. That's what it takes. Yep, you gotta shoot the 3 crosses and then you get to level 2. Took us half an hour to manage that again. And now that I'm here, you know, it'll be certain doom. Because I have no lives left. Oh, no. Get me to that 40,000 marker so I can, you know, at least get myself 1 extra shot at this. Oh, no. The wall is great, but with enemies coming behind you, it loses a little bit of its potency. Well, come on now. Okay, is that it for the... Yeah, that's it for the rear-facing enemies. Fortunately. The crosses again. D seems to be your only real chance against those things. So, go figure. The one power-up that I kind of hate the most is absolutely mandatory if you're going to make it through the game. That's sick. Makes me want to puke, quite frankly. I'm being over dramatic. It's not that awful. It's just the kind of "are you kidding me" kind of thing. Okay, well, I accidentally kissed one of those spike balls, so that makes you feel great. Well, I guess now I know. Power Up D is the most important one in the entire whole wide world. That's just kind of filthy. It's the kind of mistake that you gotta go to confession for afterwards. You're like, forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. And they're like, what'd you do, bro? You're like, boss, I died a terrible death in TransBot. And then the priest looks at you and he's like, look, I know that this is all stuff that I'm not supposed to tell anyone, but you're a menace to society, and I'm gonna have to report you to the police. Crosses? Get me there quickly. Oh, no, 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 no. Still gotta, you know, shuffle through these bad boys. By that I mean stay very still so they don't harm you. These things you can just dodge. It's all about learning which enemies you can afford to just let go and which ones you gotta actively be the aggressor against, you know? Like, I didn't have to shoot those, but I wanted to. I just wanted to watch the world burn. There we go. There's one, there's two, and there's three. And then it's on to level 2. What? It didn't spawn level 2. This game continues to baffle me. Okay, it just took a second, but it did get us here. We have a life. Which is pretty nice. He dodged the people coming behind. People. They're not people. They're diamonds, you know. The whole diamonds rights movement hasn't been fully established yet. They're not fully considered actual human beings yet. One cross, 2 cross, 3 cross, 4 cross. Oh no. And a big old downgrade. Help me. I have no good weapons and I must shoot. Yes, he's alright and all. I'm just methodical now, you know. Unlike TransBot, you've debated me enough. Back to D, which, you know, I know. I've said some mean things about weapon upgrade D, but clearly there are times where you just need to do all the damage in the world, like against this guy. No, 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 no. We gotta lure him back. And then get back in front of him for some more shots. Oh, we got him! Look at that! Look at that! We got the walker. That's an extra life. And it loops us right back to level 1. So, you know what? I am going to consider that as me having beaten TransBot. If there's only 2 levels, then as far as I'm concerned, I beat the game. Yes, I did look up one little thing because I was very, very confused, but that's about it. And yeah, and then it just loops. It loops indefinitely. Wow, well. That's about as much content as you get in Breakthrough. Now you can just happily shoot to your heart's content. You know, who cares about going back to level 2 again? Now you can just shoot things here forever in level 1 and get all your points. Not much of a game, is it? I mean, yes, it is a game. It's just, you know, not a lot of content. You'd almost expect it more as a launch title, but no, I think the launch titles all had a little more girth to them than this one. At least I wasn't able to beat any of the launch titles in one sitting. And you know, we'll just let that cross go. We just won't even worry about it. Says I, who then proceeds to immediately shoot one and take a bunch of unnecessary damage. Yeah, getting better at landing on that option G. Oh, look at that. I wasn't even looking at the HUD that time. I just timed it right. It was perfect. I know I don't have an eye tracker on or anything, so you have no reason to believe that, but we're improving our TransBot skills. Something that you need to make it anywhere in life. The first thing they'll ask you at your first big job interview, they'll say, what's your high score in TransBot? Be ready. Don't embarrass yourself in front of your prospective employers, you know? If you go and you say, I don't know, like 500, they're gonna laugh you out of the building, Doc. There we go. Back to E. Back to the chosen one. Now it looks like we're just gliding across the road. Yeah, we're at that point in the game. I mean, what else are we gonna do? We've beaten the game. We still have to, you know, play it for like half an hour more. We're just going for pure high scores now, baby. This is a big shout out to all the porn bots who always leave comments on my videos. Thank you. You're all an inspiration. Wouldn't have made it here without you. But no, sincerely, if you do regularly watch my videos, especially if you watch them this late in, if you're here at 37 minutes into TransBot and you're still watching, you're who I do it for. What can I say? Having an audience, it certainly helps it all in the end. I mean, in the end, yeah, what am I really doing? I'm playing video games. It's not like I'm taking... It's not like I'm making any huge sacrifices here. But boy, if it doesn't make it better when you can share that experience with somebody else. And they seem to get something out of it. Even if that video game is just TransBot. Oh no, not F! Anything but F! Well, I suppose it is still strictly better than A. Oh, well, we were overdue for a death there. We getting another extra life, by the way. You know, I can't help but notice I'm eking closer and closer to that 100K mark. Oh no! This is the death part of this level. Yeah. That's a little chaotic. Can't lie. It's gonna cut us short from 100K, isn't it? It's the kind of thing that these games do. They're like, ooh, yeah, you were doing real well for a while there, but unfortunately, we're going to have to cut you from the team. Sorry, you lost the starting fullback position. There's just too many fullbacks right now. Said no one ever. Yeah, glad I crossed that ground. Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen these guys spawn on level 1 before. That's kind of unique. There we go. Good old little power refill. That's all I need to keep going. Why, yes, that technically is all you need to keep going is life energy. Could have sworn that one blew up on me. Oh yeah, I did it again. We will hit 100K. Don't die now after saying that. That would be oh, okay, no. We did it. Now we can die happy. Amazed it didn't give us an extra life. Okay, well, that's the game over. But it's a game over right after hitting my goal. We hit the 100,000 mark. Now I'm not so upset. Oh! Give it another go, why don't you? Now, I'm sure that going to level 2 and then beating the walker is probably a much better way of, you know, getting a lot of points. Because we did get quite a few points when we defeated that thing the first time. Oh, my apologies. I'm heaving like an old man right now. So, what else have y'all been doing? It's as good a time as any, now that my average viewer retention rate is well past its expiration date, to ask what's been going on in your lives here. You know me, still playing the same old games. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will still take me another 27 years to beat, because it's so big. Set an NFL record in Madden 08, dropped 75 points on the Miami Dolphins, and I'm not playing on the easiest difficulty either. I'm playing on the second easiest difficulty. Hey, what am I doing playing Madden 08? Why aren't I playing a newer one? I don't know, man. Just felt like it. Sometimes you want a game where Frank Gore is still young. It's funny just seeing, like, the small handful of names of NFL players that are still playing in those older games. You got your, you know, your Phillip Rivers, your Alex Smith, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. Again, they're mostly all quarterbacks, because, you know, quarterbacks can keep on trucking for a while. Alright. Knock that off. Yeah, you really do need Weapon D to stand any chance against them. Look at that. So it's when you see names like Frank Gore and stuff, like, you know, like a running back who's still in the game, and you're like, excuse me? How old are you, sir? Well, this isn't quite what I was looking for. If I would have had you, like, 30 seconds ago, Weapon Type D, then we'd be better friends right now. Instead, you're kind of intruding. Oh yeah, Weapon Type A. It's the greatest of all time, man. The GOAT weapon. I'm still so bent up about nearly beating Karate Kid. It's alright. Beating any game at all in this series is, I think, a noble effort. You know, you only get 1 hour, and these are games that for the most part, I'm sight reading. You know, the vast majority of these games I've never played. Yeah, you stay away from me, Cross. I know you can destroy it with Weapon Type A, but boy, it's a doozy. Game's at the point where it's just kind of playing itself, you know? We've seen all there is to see here. Maybe I should add a clause that says if I beat a game, I don't have to keep playing it. No. That's a baby maneuver there. That's ruining the integrity of the channel. That's... boy. If I wanted more ammunition in my weapon F, I would have just selected G. You think about that for a second, game? Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, no. I wanted G again. I keep wanting G, but I keep getting F. See, I like how they give you the 2 worst power-ups in the game, flanking the best power-up in the game, that being option G, of course. This is like a checklist for someone who's gonna make a shmup. They're just like, okay, did you add that? Yep, I added that. Okay, how about this? Yep, we got that in. And then they say, well, all right, put it out into production. You know, it's just not a it's not a very transformative game. It's not a game that has much of a identity. It's like, oh, but you transform. It's like, well, okay, yeah, but that's a superficial change at best there. In the end, it's just like any other power-up system. I'll give you this, the fact that you do have to time it properly to properly get your upgrade. There may be something to that. Ouch. That's at least something a little bit unique. But the biggest issue is definitely just going to be the amount of content, because there's not a lot. I mean, come on, 2 stages that loop? Come on, Sega. I'm hungry and I need to eat here. Your Master System fans are hungry and they need to eat. But you're just feeding them scraps, man. Oh, no. G would have been so good. A full life increase stock thing. I don't know the words anymore. I was focused on trying to get G and just wound up dying. That's what happened there, in case you're curious. You know, there's gonna be episodes in the future where I'm like, man, why couldn't this be TransBot? Maybe one day we'll go through the Game Boy Color and we'll be like, yeah, it's Mary-Kate and Ashley Pocket Planner time, bitch. I think I need to immediately, even though I'm not even close to this being an issue, I have to like draw a line in the sand about some things. Maybe if there's a game that is like kind of a non-game, we'll do like a quick let's look at kind of video. Because there's one coming up on the NES relatively soon that has been absolutely wrecking me, because I don't know how I'm going to handle it. It's not a game. It even says on Wikipedia that its genre is non-game. And I'm like, well, I cannot rightly justify spending an hour with this piece of software. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just have to say, like, yeah, there are going to be some that we're just going to look at. But if it's an actual game and it has gameplay, no, you're in for a full hour. Maybe I also have to, you know, draw a line in the sand with like edutainment titles, though. Because there are a few of those as well that are going to be kind of a bummer. Jesus. Those things really kill. Whew. Maybe the nastiest enemies in level 1. Alright. Just a little more to go. We're almost there. We're almost at the finish line. The music is really nothing to shake a stick at, you know. Actually, I may have used that wrong. If you shake a stick at it, that means that you don't like it. So yes, the music is something to shake a stick at. It's very boring. This is no Tommy Tallarico soundtrack here, I'll tell you that much. Does that guy get any work anymore? Is Tommy Tallarico still a big name in the video game soundtrack world? I have no clue. I just remember I used to see his name on the opening crawl of a bunch of like PlayStation 1 games and stuff. Tommy Tallarico Studios. It's like you can tell this guy loves himself. I've already sworn to myself that if I ever want to do a series like this with Sony platforms, it's absolutely gonna wait until after I finished with Sega. I can't have 3 concurrent series going on at the same time here. Why not? I know, good question. For my own time's sake, you know, there's only so much room in the day. I got a lot of other stuff to do with my life, you know? Oh, come on. Sub-weapon F. You can get out of my life. Maybe you can't destroy them. I could have sworn that I destroyed one once with weapon A, but it has never happened again. So I'm just kind of, you know, sitting here in spite of myself wondering what is going on. That couldn't have gone worse. I was so fixated on trying to get the correct power-up, got the wrong power-up, and then died immediately. That's just your quick rehash of what happened right there. Oh man, pardon me. It's cold season here in Minnesota, don't worry, I'm not, I don't have the Rona coughs or anything like that. Just a generic, very mild common cold, which you just kind of learn to live with the entirety of the winter months. I don't even think it's technically winter yet, but it may as well be. It has not been snowing a whole lot, which is kind of impressive, and also a little bit concerning. You know, when you talk about climate change and all that, and it's like, oh yeah, look at that, it's almost December and there's still not really any snow on the ground. And then you're saying, oh, that's not normal. I know, oh, is this really the time and place we talk about that? Yes, it's always the time and the place to talk about climate change. It's the one issue that affects every single being on the planet. Thank you. So don't ever feel afraid to bring it up to people. Yes, it makes people uncomfortable, but you know, it's kind of supposed to. It's so easy to just you know, focus on just the good stuff that's going on. Except that's not even true, because yo, what have I been saying this whole series? There's so many people who are so negative about video games. They're always like, yeah, my channel, I'm gonna focus on all the worst games ever, and I'm gonna yell about them the entire time and agonize over them, and it's like, why is it so easy to be so pessimistic about some things? But then the things that, you know, like, actually affect everybody, we're like, oh, I don't want to bring that up. Because it's inconvenient, man. It's inconvenient! Yeah, this is what happens when I beat a game and then I have to, you know, fill time for a few more minutes. One moment, I do have to pause the recording as food has been put down in front of me. This will be a mere second for you. A mere second for you, several minutes for me. Nice ham sandwiches, Thanksgiving leftovers. Yes, we do Thanksgiving ham. Because we think turkey is the inferior meat, and ham is an absolutely godly top-tier meat. So, you know, what else matters at that point? You eat the meat you want to eat, man. If you want Thanksgiving quail, who am I to stop you? Yeah, big ol' honey ham sandwiches. I topped mine off with some chipotle aioli, you know, gives it a nice sweet and spicy mix. It's like my automatic addition to any kind of meat sandwich. Just slap some chipotle aioli on there and look at that. It's a complete product. It's like my, you know, my sandwich life hack. I'm gonna die here, aren't I? I'm gonna die! Oh, I made it. I am not gonna die today. Well, I'm probably still gonna, you know, lose at least one more life before this video's over. Still got a few minutes to crunch here. Oh no. Didn't mean to do that. It's a good weapon, don't get me wrong, but it's not what my end goal was here. Oh dang, maybe I should stick to— oh no! Weapon F again! This tomfoolery. That's all this is pure, unadulterated tomfoolery. Oh, and now it's this part, the most brutal section of the whole level. Yep. I told you I'd die again. It was fated. It was written in the stars. I'll probably die again because this section is so absolutely mad. Oh no 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 no. Okay, survived it. I'm gonna need a G power up real quick though. Well, look who we got here. Exactly what I asked for. What TransBot wants, TransBot gets. Alright. You know, I'm just... there we go. I was gonna say, I'm being real careful in this part because I know how rough and tough this enemy type gets. See, look at that. Look at the angles in which they shoot you from. Go on, crosses. I'm not gonna bother you. I'm not gonna bug you at all. Ah, no! Oh gosh. I want to do at least hold out hope until the tail end of that, you know, squeeze one more minute out of it. It's not worth starting again though. We're within the last minute, so we can call it there. That's TransBot. You know, one of 3 games to come out in October, one of them again being F-16 Fighting Falcon, which we could not look at because we simply were ill-equipped. We don't have 2 gamepads. Maybe with enough effort I could have jury-rigged something up to make it happen, but for now, you know. What do we got next for the Master System? Next up on the docket is going to be World Grand Prix, a kind of generic Grand Prix game which lacks any kind of Formula 1 license or anything like that, so it's going to be, you know, a just kind of average dollar store version of Formula 1, but we'll see if World Grand Prix turns out being any fun. It probably will be. We'll find out. As always, thank you so much for joining me. We will catch you next time.